So I found this worksheet on this tutorial by this guy named Lion Sensei, and pretty much it was just how to draw faces, and it's kind of like a beginner type tutorial. And at the end, he provides this worksheet, and you can kind of turn it in his Discord server. And so I kind of decided to do that because I saw other people doing it, and I wasn't even trying to draw like actual styled faces. I just want to get like the eye placement and the face placement structure, whatever, correct, right? And I soon realized that I was struggling a lot with this. It only took like one drawing for me to figure out like, oh, this is a lot harder than I thought. It's not something I'm used to. So pretty much what you have to do is you're given a sphere that's like looking in a certain direction, and you kind of have to use the techniques from the video to, draw the face. And he taught us one idea of placing the eyes and how they're kind of like caved into the face. So we kind of use these lines that kind of help us, visualize where the eyes are going to be. And that technique is kind of confusing, but I kind of get the why it works and why they do it. But I really struggled with that, and I got pretty frustrated. I wasn't using any references. I was kind of like testing my knowledge, and this kind of exposed my ability on, drawing faces and how much work I need to do, right? Because none of them really looked right. Some of them, like, you could tell where they're looking, but they're kind of all distorted and not structured the right way. Some of the eyes are like bigger than the others, and some of them are like angled differently, and yeah, it's kind of a mess. And this took like around 5-6 hours, which is just a lot longer than you'd think it would take, but it's just that's just what happened. And that really made me realize that I had a lot of work to do, right? Not just like understanding the structure of the face, but I'll probably have to do a lot of these drawings to be able to actually get good at it, right? Because it's kind of like you can kind of relate it to a sport. Let's say soccer, because I played it. Let's say you're trying to kick a ball in a certain direction, right? If you're trying to make it go just like straight ahead, you have to run at a certain angle. You have to angle your foot in a certain way. You have to angle your leg in a certain way. And the way you contact all influences like where the ball is going to go. And maybe you'll get it on like 1 or 2 tries out of like 10, but in the end it's kind of just like luck, right? And your body doesn't really like know the right way for when you want to angle it somewhere. So to get better at this, you kind of have to focus down on like these specific parts of your technique and just like grind out attempts to just like kicking the ball in a certain direction. Sometimes you'll feel like you understand how to do it, and other times it just like won't work at all. But I think the way these two things are similar, art and soccer, is that both of them require like a feel to the art. You can't just like learn the technique of like doing a knuckleball and expect to do it on the first try, right? Your body has to kind of get used to the motion and kind of learn it and fully grasp it and comprehend it. And it's probably the same way with art. I can kind of take these proportions and basic like shapes of the face and try to apply it on my own. But if I try to apply it into like a certain feel, a certain direction, a certain mood, then I probably won't get like even close to right at first, and I'll have to grind out drawings for my mind to actually understand and fine-tune my ability to see what is right and what's wrong. So yeah, basically I have to draw a lot more. But over the past week, I've kind of been struggling on how do I learn this, right? Because I don't really want to be just grinding out drawing after drawing, learning really nothing. And that's just kind of scary, right? Putting in all that work just to receive like nothing. So I've been trying to find out a method to where I can kind of comprehend the idea at the same time while I'm learning it like intuitively. For now, this is a work in progress, right? But to give an idea of where I'm at, I want to be able to draw like, anime styled faces. So pretty much what I'm trying to do right now is taking drawings that I like and attempting to break them down, right? Trying to take the way that they applied, the form of their face and how like the face looks in that perspective. And this itself is kind of overwhelming because there are a lot of pieces that I don't know, and a lot of the pieces that I can get familiar with, like placement of the eyes, with how the eye sockets are distanced apart. For each head, it's gonna be like different because not every skull is the same. So trying to find like patterns with how they're spaced and how to place the eyes is already tough enough, right? But regardless if that's a good method or not, I'm definitely gonna have to be putting in a lot more work into trying to draw my own thing and going through this trial of error process to fine tune my ability to draw. And I've realized that I'm gonna have to do a lot more than I thought I was gonna have to do. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna be drawing a lot more. I started a Patreon where I'll be posting my drawings and my thoughts and analysis of my drawings if you want to see my progress and learn from it. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. Take care.